I'm here to tell you guys. 3. Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to Libra Views. I'm Charlene, and today I am here to talk about Joseline's Cabaret, the second episode of the Atlanta version. So the episode opens up pretty much starting from the last episode. Lucky and Blueface Barbie are going at it or whatever. Bitches is screaming, going wild. Blueface Barbie is like, bitch, you snuck me, this, that, and the third. Lucky did not sneak you. Y'all was face to face. Now, if Lucky would have came at you from behind and you didn't know or something like that, that's sneaking you. But y'all was face to face. You might not have had expected that she was going to hit you, but she didn't sneak you. So she's going back and forth or whatever. And pretty much Lucky handled her business. You know what I'm saying? The girl was talking crazy. Lucky, is a very kind of quiet, doesn't really do much type of girl. So the fact that you is coming at her like that, she handled her business. So Barbie goes, how many niggas did you pay? Like, do you pay? In reference to Lucky, because she's basically saying Lucky paid her pimp. And I when Miss Natural had me laughing when she was like, what the fuck does that mean? And it's like, you tried to pay my man, you paid my man, how many men do you pay? And my question is, it's like, are you basically saying that she's tricking off and paying multiple different pimps money, which is kind of stupid? Is that what you're saying? Like, what are you exactly saying by that? You know what I'm saying? When she definitely just seemed like a goofy ass white girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, at first I was trying to figure out if she was Puerto Rican, but I don't think she any type of Spanish. Even if she did speak Espanol, bitch, you still I think you Caucus and at the core. So I'm like, this bitch is a big goofy white bitch at the end of the day. So, Aqua and Boss Tech start going at it with Big Lex. This argument came out of nowhere. Clearly, these girls was probably a little tipsy. They probably have been drinking, having a good time or whatever. And they all start at once. Lucky and Blueface start going at it. All the girls start going at it. So Aqua and Boss Tech is going at it with Big Lex. Sapphire, Lexi Blow, Lucky was all sitting back looking pretty. You know what I'm saying? After Lucky beat Barbie up, the girls, they seemed like they clicked up. They kind of stood down and was like doing their own thing. You know what I'm saying? It was the other girls. It was Boss Tech, Aqua, Big Legs, Chanel Soul. Like, that seemed to still be like, all up in the mix. So Boss Tech was pissed that her frontal got pulled off because, she was basically going at it with Big Legs. Big Legs was like, bitch, I'm not scared of you. Boss Tech was like, bitch, I'm not scared of you. And they got to fighting, and Boss Tech got her frontal pulled off. And basically Boss Tech felt like it was a setup for Big Lex to fight her because Big Lex, from what we didn't know at the time, but we later found out, Big Lex had snuck upstairs and put her tennis shoes on. And my whole thing is that even if that was the case and Big Lex did sneak upstairs to get her tennis shoes or whatever to come back downstairs, you still stepped up and was like, I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of you. And you was trying to go at her. So you was clearly trying to fight too. So whether it was a setup or not, you was with the shits, Boss Tech. You was ready to go. At the end of the day, Joseline felt like Barbie, deserved to get beat down. You know what I'm saying? She continuously said that, throughout the scenes. And then after the whole situation with all the girls finally calmed down, Joseline talks to Boss Tech. And Boss Tech was basically like, I think I want to leave. You know what I'm saying? My hair is messed up. I'm not sure why you wouldn't bring extra hair. Maybe she really just didn't think that it would be a fighting situation. But if you knew you was going into a Joseline Cabaret type situation, you should have made sure you had a second weave at least. But she basically was saying she wanted to go. And Joseline was kind of convincing her like, no. Oh, excuse me. She was kind of convincing her like, no, don't go, stay. You know what I'm saying? But Boss Tech wasn't hearing that shit. So the next day, after everything done settled down, Lucky, Sapphire, Lexi Blow, and Big Lex all meet up by the pool and they're talking and about the fight. And Sapphire's like, Lucky, you beat her down. And they was laughing, kikiing about that. Then Big Lex started talking about the abortion comment and how Big Lex feels like she should apologize to Aqua about saying the double homicide and how, you know, she shouldn't have, you know, gone at her so hard and given her a hard time about getting an abortion. And a lot of the girls sitting around her, Sapphire, Lexi Blow, you know, the other girls kind of was like, yeah, you know, it's her choice. She made the decision. There's no point in beating the girl while she's down, pretty much. So Big Lex agreed, and she, you know, said she's probably just going to apologize to the girl. So the next scene go, and Joseline and Ballistic is talking, and Joseline is basically, you know, Team Lucky. You know, Joseline is pretty much Team Lucky. She, even though her and Blueface Barbie have a relationship, so-called, outside of the show, and this situation of them arguing and Blueface, you know, talking about the pimp situation and going at, you know, screaming and acting wild, Joseline is clearly on Lucky's side. And by her talking to Ballistic, that's clearly obvious. So we go and see Boss Tech, Aqua, Barbie, and Chanel So basically it's Lexi Blow, Sapphire, Big Lex, and Lucky on one side. Then it's Chanel So, Barbie, Boss Tech, and Aqua. Right? Yummy and Natural is nowhere to be found at this point. I feel like these motherfuckers was like, well, bitch, I'm going to my room, and when the next scene come, I'll be down to dance. Okay? So they was basically meeting up to talk about the fight or whatever, and Barbie was like, you know, whatever, I'm not here to be on no ghetto shit. And Boss Tech was basically talking about how she, you know, felt like she was snuck and how she felt like she wasn't done right. Her hair looked messed up, but her natural hair actually looked nice. She actually had nice natural hair, you know, with the blonde, when she had pulled the head off, and she clearly had took her weave off or whatever because it didn't have no frontal. Child, Big Lex put the girl frontal in her. Did I miss that part? When Big Lex snatched Boss Tech frontal off and put it in her puss and was popping her puss with the girl frontal. I probably wouldn't have installed that back in. Because see, if you get your hair pulled off or whatever in a fight, usually in this type of situation, you can kind of get your hair back. You know what I'm saying? Soak it overnight, you know, dry it off, you know, on cool, you know, dry the frontal off. You could probably paste that bitch back on. But Big Lex has definitely put Boss Tech's frontal clean in between her motherfucking pussy lips and was pussy popping with the frontal in her puss. So I forgot about that whole situation. I can see why Boss Tech was probably pissed. So Yummy and Natural meet up. I told you Yummy, which is a real small one with a sexy voice like this. She says she's 21, but she definitely seems like she's older than that. Yummy and Natural, they stayed out the bullshit. So they basically meet up and said they were staying out the bullshit. Joseline calls Lucky. So Joseline calls Lucky, and so they can basically talk about the fight and catch up or whatever. And Lucky basically meets up with Joseline. She's standing in the mirror, getting her makeup, putting her makeup on, doing her hair. And that is one thing I will say about Joseline. Joseline will definitely rock a style that the girls are not typically rocking. You know what I'm saying? A lot of bitches are wearing, you know, the frontal weaves, the curly Brazilian hair, the Indian hair, you know, even hell braids, you know, even though I've been rocking braids since I was a very young child. I've always been getting box braids. That's always been my jush. That's always been my thing. But even braids is kind of a little bit typical. You know what I'm saying? So one thing, she had the bump hair with the ends that came up like that, very kind of like 50s-ish kind of. And that's one thing I will say about Joseline. She will give you a little piece of variety. She will give you a little bit of this. She will give you a little bit of that. And I do appreciate about Joseline. But basically, she called Lucky to come to the room and basically told Lucky that she liked how she conducted herself. To the point where she stood up for herself and didn't let nobody bitch her. But when it was time to cool down, you know what I'm saying, and play the background, she did. So Joseline, in return, named her, in fact, the bottom bitch. Now, remember how the last review I did, I said how, you know, Barbie thinks she's going to be the bottom bitch, but she's going to be mistaken. Clearly, in this episode, it was revealed. My fault. I had to tilt the camera down. So clearly, in this episode, it was revealed. Barbie's not going to be the bottom bitch. It's going to be Lucky. So Joseline tells Lucky to go get the girls together so that they can get sexy, get dressed up, so they can do this cabaret dance. Lucky tells all the girls, and Lucky says that a lot of the girls was receptive and happy that she had got the position of the bottom bitch. But when Sapphire went to go tell Blueface Barbie and her sidekicks that they were in fact, need to get dressed, and that Lucky was in fact the bottom bitch, Blueface Barbie twisted her face up, so you knew it was going to be a problem after that. Barbie just doesn't understand how Lucky can be considered a bottom bitch when she's never been a bottom bitch. This is what Blueface Barbie is saying. You understand what I'm saying? So I get that, but bitch, just because she's like, I'm a bottom bitch, I get money in real life, that's cool, but bitch, you on the show. You not the bottom bitch. You know what I'm saying? So it just is what it is. So before the girls come in for their performance for Joseline, Ballistic does a little sexy strip club. Now, Joseline may have said that she wasn't going to go back to the strip club. That doesn't mean that she wasn't going to strip. She said she just wasn't going to be back in the strip club popping ass and popping puss in the strip club for dollar bills and money, on the bar, right? She's still dancing, So she did her little seductive, dance for Ballistic, But I was dying laughing when she was done, and she was low-key out of breath. She was like, "Woo." She was like, "Yeah, babe, so we're gonna get the girls in here." Bitch, that's exactly how I be. That's exactly how I be now. For real, no bullshit. I be like, whew. As soon as I live on the third floor of my apartment, bitch. As soon as I come upstairs, I be, oof, girl, just tired. But I thought that was funny. The girls are getting ready, and you see, that's one thing I will say I like about Zeus. You do get to see tits, you get to see, butt, Zeus gives you the real. You know what I'm saying? They need to get Bolo from Real Housewives of Atlanta on Zeus so we can see, the real with him, but that's a whole nother video for a whole nother day. Boss Tech didn't show up to the rehearsals because she had to get her wig done. Now, I understand, but like Jocelyn said, bitch, you should have got that done earlier today. You couldn't find nobody that could glue a frontal on it. Don't take that motherfucking long. All you're doing is literally gluing it around the perimeter of your head. It ain't a sewing. But nonetheless, she didn't show up. Before the event even starts, so all the girls come down after Joseline does her dance. After the girls are done getting ready, all the girls come downstairs and they're ready to dance. But before the shit could even start, Barbie starts going in. Why did you name Lucky the bottom bitch? Now, she posted her Instagram a day or so ago that she was very intoxicated during this episode, so she doesn't even remember. So she says, so maybe that's why she was talking out of turn and kind of doing the most. But Barbie, before the shit even started, she was just like, why does she get to be the bottom bitch? And I, whatever, giving her a hard time, but Jocelyn got her ass together. So the girls start off. So basically, they was doing their little individual pole dances, their individual dances. Now, these are real life dancers. These are real life dancers. These are real life, adult, world industry workers. They know what the fuck they're doing, for the most part. So we start off with Yummy. Now, Yummy is the very short girl from California who says she's 21, but I think she might be like 33. But that's just my assumption. But yeah, Yummy, she went first. So she gets up there and surprisingly, well, not surprisingly, but she actually did really well. She worked the pole. She did a lot of pole tricks. And when she was done, Jocelyn said that she would have liked more floor work, which I think in a strip club, that's very necessary. The pole tricks are definitely amazing, but you definitely have to add seduction to it because pretty much guys go to strip clubs. It's a step down from a goddamn whorehouse at the end of it is a whorehouse, but like a Vegas whorehouse. It's a step down. Guys don't go there so they can see a Vegas Circus Soleil show. They're going there to see T, and they're going there to see A, and they're going there to see P. Okay? So, and they're going in there looking to be pleased and to be sexually aroused. So the theatrics and the Cirque du Soleil tricks and shit is cool. But for the most part, you know, you definitely want to add some sexy to it, some seduction to it. So I understood what Joseline was saying. Yummy, but she did a good job with the pole tricks. I can't do none of that shit. She did a good job. So the next girl went, and it was Lucky. Now, Lucky, you know, she has nice boobs. You know what I mean? She got her boobs. Now, she has very nice boobs, very natural looking. They look great. She's a slim girl. So, you know, usually in the strip club, like the status quo was like the girl with the big titties, the very small, you know, obsolete, you know, waist with the humongous hips, the humongous ass, and the humongous thighs. Lucky doesn't really have that. She's very slim, but she fucked her performance up. She did pole tricks, not extravagant Cirque du Soleil tricks, but she did a little pole tricks, and she was very seductive. She started with her clothes on and slowly revealed, which is alluring. I mean, you want to start one way and then end another way because you want to keep the eye on you, pretty much. And Lucky did the damn thing. Good kudos to you, Miss Lucky, bottom bitch, queen, Barbie Thrasher. So then Ms. Natural comes on. Now, Miss Natural, when she came on, she fucked it up immediately because she started off different. Yummy and Lucky did a great job. They started off straight on the pole. When it was their turn, they walked from the group of girls to the podium where the pole was and started dancing. I'm not sure if they did something else and it was edited out, but from what we saw, Yummy and Lucky went straight from the girls to the pole. Natural started it off different straight off the gate, started off dancing, doing sensual dance moves from the floor and worked her way from the floor to the pole, tricks. She had sexy floor work. She had creativity, pole work. Amazing. Boom, boom, boom. Yummy, Lucky, Natural killed it off the gate. So then Barbie's drunk ass steps up and interrupts everybody and says that she's not a dancer. She gets her money off the drawer, the dresser, and not the floor. She's a hustler in real life. And, you know, Joseline was basically like, bitch, shut up and go, you know, over and get in line again. So then Lexi Blow comes out. Now, Lexi Blow is the light-skinned girl from the DMV. I think she's from Baltimore. She always be dancing out Norma's, which is downtown. But she comes up and absolutely kills it. I'm not even sure if she did any pole work. She just worked the floor, got in Joseline's face. Joseline looked like Joseline is a funny bitch. Joseline is fucking hilarious. You could tell she was enjoying every bit of Lexi Blow's performance, and Lexi Blow looked amazing. She did her job, and that's one thing I like. She don't got a whole bunch of this. She got moves and sexiness and all that, and she ain't got all this. I like that. So Lexi, so far the bitches is killing it. So then Big Lex goes. Now Big Lex is the one with the gap, the one that said double homicide to Aqua after she said that she got an abortion. She the one that took Boss Tech frontal and stuffed it in the crack of her puss after snatching it off her forehead. Now she come up and she looks kind of good. You know, she definitely gives off tomboy energy. She definitely gives off hood girl Project Pat energy. But in that little two-piece whatever with her hair and the boots, she looked amazing. Now, her dance moves, you know, were a little kind of basic, but she's a sexy girl. So to me, I think it looked good. It might have been editing too that was involved, but I thought she had a good performance. Out of all the girls that went before her though, she definitely is the worst one so far. So then Sapphire comes out. You know, Sapphire is the fan favorite from last season. Sapphire has a lot of titties, and Sapphire got a whole lot of goddamn ass that don't make no goddamn sense. So she comes up, and she was doing a lot. And when I tell you, Joseline was looking like she was so into Sapphire. When Sapphire whipped her hair and kicked that leg up, and when Sapphire did the upside down move and put her booty cheeks in Joseline's face, I said, Lord have mercy. That must have been a whole lot. That must have just been a whole lot of movement. You know how you sit in a chair at the mall where you can get a massage and it's just your whole body is just moving, like your whole body is just shaking. That's how I would imagine from her sapphire ash just being up and and Jocelyn probably just sitting there, just moving like she's getting a massage, just all that ash, and for her to be able to flip up like that, I was like, okay, girl. So she did good. I thought it was funny when Jocelyn was like, Sapphire did good. I'm just tired of her walking around always talking about, I thought that was funny as hell. So then Aqua comes up, and now Aqua is the one who said that she just recently aborted twins. So she gets up and she's dancing. Her outfit looks very cheap, very much so cheap. Her moves were okay. Her moves were cute. She got up and started popping her pussy in Jocelyn's face, and Jocelyn absolutely had me weak when she said that as the girl was popping her pussy in her face, that she started thinking about, damn, this bitch really just got an abortion. Is a blood clot about to pop out? She was like, I ain't even got no napkins. Something is wrong with Jocelyn, but I ain't gonna lie, I've been thinking the same thing. Bitch, stay your fuck ass on the pole. Stay on the pole. Stay on the ground. Just keep that puss out my face. I'm with Jocelyn all the way on that. So then Chanel Soul comes up. Now that's the girl, the real kind of basic. She's another one. She's a very cheap looking girl. They definitely started with the best and ended with the not so best. She come out and she did a couple little tricks or whatever. Jocelyn said that she thought she was cute, but she has a beer belly. Now her stomach is flatter than mine. So I ain't gonna sit here to talk about her stomach, but I thought it was funny when she said Jocelyn said that's how, judging by her belly, she knows she a drunk because of that beer belly. But I'm not even a drunk, and my belly is not that small. So I don't know where Jocelyn, that she think that that's a big stomach, but she ain't seen nothing yet. She slipped a little bit. Chanel so slipped. Again, not a good, the least, if I had to put it in order, she would definitely be on the least, Janelle So. You know who Janelle So reminds me of? In P Valley, this stripper that was always eating wings and farting on all the guests. Like, she could dance. She had moves, but she was always farting on guests and eating chicken wings and slinging hot sauce all over the place. That's who Janelle So remind me of. So then the last but not least, it leaves Barbie to come up so her to do the performance. Now, mind you, she done already stepped up and said that she don't dance like that. She make money moves, right? So when it's her turn, she just gets to kicking her shoes off and attacks Lucky. She is out for blood. Like, clearly, Shorty D-Wop, like, that is one thing about bitches. Like, soon as, like, you know what I mean? It's like a little competition. Like, bitches will definitely get, real salty based, you know what I mean? So Blueface Barbie and this Lucky thing is beef is clearly going to spill into next episode. It's going to spill into a couple of episodes because these bitches is out for blood, okay? But again, this is another great episode. I'm loving this season of Jocelyn's Cabaret Atlanta. So much better than last season. I'm excited to watch, I'm excited to watch the rest of the, episodes. Thank you for tuning into my video. And until next time, deuces. Oh, and subscribe to my channel, okay? Deuces.